So tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm currently a graduate student at the Abilene Christian University. I'm studying speech language pathology. I was drawn to this field originally because of an opportunity that I had to do speech therapy with a nonprofit in Uganda called Hope Speaks. I have experience with both the pediatric and the adult population. I've worked with in the schools, the outpatient setting, and the skilled nursing facilities. And I specifically am interested in this position because I believe that my clinical and problem solving and communication skills make me a really good match for this position.
Amazing. So you told me about how you chose speech language pathology as your career path. What areas within speech language pathology interest you the most?
Yeah, I love how our field is so vast and varies widely. I'm really not interested in a specific area. I just really enjoy all aspects of our field and how I get to learn from all of it.
Amazing. What is your familiarity with assistive technology?
Yeah, I have a lot of experience with a pediatric setting, specifically working with AAC devices. Mostly we worked with Tobii Dynavox high-tech devices, and so that's where my majority of my experience is.
Amazing. I'd love to hear it. What clinical experience have you had in a school setting?
Yeah, I've actually had two clinical experiences in the school setting. My first one was in a private school, and I was doing a lot of screenings and evaluations specifically. And then my second elementary school placement was an elementary school where I was doing a lot of speech and language intervention within the group settings and also pushing in and pulling out of the classroom.
Awesome. Explain how you would assess a child who is a non-native English speaker.
Yes. So I would always ensure that I would have some sort of translator or interpreter there. I would ensure that I am, if available, if the assessment tools are available in their language, I would make sure to obtain those as well. Those are two main things that I would do.
Amazing. What experience do you have in working with people of other disciplines such as OT, PT, etc.?
Yeah, so at my outpatient clinics, both with the adults and pediatrics, I've had the opportunity to sit in on OT and PT and then and watch their sessions. And then specifically with my pediatric outpatient clinic, I got to sit in and co-treat with an OT. And so it's really cool to kind of collaborate with them and kind of see how we can work together for the benefit of the client and the individual.
What types of patients are you most interested in working with in terms of age and type of disability?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm really not into a specific one. At the moment, I'm really loving my adults placement in the skilled nursing facility. I like seeing the impact that I have, and I get to learn so much from my adult patients. And so right now, I'm kind of leaning more towards that setting.
What is one recent trend in speech pathology that you think is important?
Yeah, I am really passionate about advocacy for like graduate students. I really love supporting graduate students and empowering them and letting them know that graduate school doesn't have to be something that just everyone gets through, and that we actually need to start empowering our students to advocate for themselves because they are the future of the field. So that's something that's really important to me.
That's really unique. That's awesome. What is the difference between an articulation disorder and a phonological disorder?
Yeah, so an articulation disorder is a speech sound disorder where there's a breakdown in the motor aspects, placing the articulators where they need to be and voicing and not voicing, whereas a phonological disorder is a language-based speech sound disorder, and the breakdown happens with the rules of language and connecting those rules to speech.
Thank you. And can you tell me some of the formal assessment tools that you have used to evaluate cognitive patients?
Yeah, so I'm certified using the MOCA. I have not had any specific experience outside of like practicing with my cohort on I practice with the CLQT Plus, the Boston, the Western aphasic battery, and then at my outpatient adult setting last summer, they had a specific facility specific assessment that was criterion reference that we used specifically there.
Thank you. And can I ask you, why did you apply for this position?
Yeah, I was really drawn to this company because of the values that you guys hold and the way that your employees just really seem happy at this and feel a passion working for this company. I also just really love the work that you guys do. I always hear just great things. So, yeah.
Amazing. What would you say is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness?
Yeah, I think my biggest strength right now is I'm very organized and I am a very good problem solver. You can throw me into anything and I will find my way out of it and I will find a solution for anything. I think one of my biggest weaknesses right now is I'm a really big perfectionist. I find that a lot of us in the field of speech pathology are, and so it's something I'm kind of learning to get over because not everything is going to be perfect. And so, yeah, I would say those are my biggest strengths and weaknesses.
Thank you. Love to hear those. What are your professional goals for the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think my biggest goals right now are building confidence within myself as a new graduate and kind of releasing more of less clinical supervision from my supervisors. So now I'm kind of out by myself now, and so I want to build confidence in myself and the work that I'm doing with my patients. And then I also want to build better rapport and just my own personal relationships with patients and getting a confident groove into what I'm doing. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much.